The key test is to make sure that it's bubbled inside. So if you've eaten ciabatta bread before, you see a lot of aerated holes inside. So I'm just going to give it a nice tear. Oh. So today I'm going to be learning how to make a ciabatta style loaf, which is an Italian bread. The main difference today is it's going to be an easy mode recipe. So I say easy mode because it doesn't really take much to make the dough. All I've done, which I've gone ahead and done ahead of time, is to mix my plain flour, yeast, lukewarm water and salt in a bowl, mixed it together with a wooden spoon, and I've let the dough rise basically for 2 hours. And you can also keep the dough in the fridge for I think up to 2 weeks. I learned one new thing today. Ciabatta in Italian means shoe, so go figure. That's your how do they say it? Today I was 1 year old or something. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, let's get baking. So the recipe says before I actually start making my dough, I'm going to flour my pizza roll here. This is where my dough or my ciabatta is going to rest while the oven preheats. So I'm just going to add quite a bit of plain flour to my pizza roll. I think the reason why I need quite a bit is because ciabatta doughs are usually wet. So now to my dough itself. I'm just going to take a handful out, and that's going to be what I'll use to make one loaf. And the recipe says like a grapefruit size. Traditionally, when you're making, I guess, standard loaves of bread, you would flour your hands, but because this is a wet dough, I'm using water on my hands instead. So, boom, pizza roll back, and I'll do it this way. Voila. So I'm going to let this rest for about 40 minutes. In the meantime, I'll leave my oven preheating. So I've got a pizza stone here. The beauty about using one of these is the stone is able to really capture heat. What that helps with is a nice crusty base of your bread. So I'm going to pop this in the oven for roughly 20 to 40 minutes, or as long as the dough rises. As well as putting this in the oven, I'm going to also have my oven tray underneath as well. The reason why I'm going to do that is because I'm going to add some water, which is going to create some steam, and the steam basically helps to create that nice crust around the bread. Okay, it's time for my bread to go in the oven. So I'm just going to sprinkle some flour on top. I don't have a scraper, so I'm going to use a metal spoon just to push the loaf on my baking stone. So my bread, or should I say my ciabatta, is out of the oven. As you can see, smells nice. Feels airy, like a pillow, but has a nice golden color to it. I think the key test is to make sure that it's bubbled inside. So if you've eaten ciabatta bread before, you see a lot of aerated holes inside. So I'm just going to give it a nice tear. Oh, not quite. Yeah. We do have some gaps, but it's not quite what I've had before. The type of ciabatta breads I've made before. But it's still bread, I guess. That's a bit disappointing. Honestly, I'm not sure if I can actually call this ciabatta bread. I've made bread recipes with the same type of dough, and I don't really see the difference between this and a normal standard loaf, to be honest. I don't think I did anything wrong with the bread making process, but it tastes fine. Like, it tastes like bread for sure, but not ciabatta. I think one for sure is the flour. I'm missing that bread flour taste. Outside of that, it's just a standard loaf of bread, which is still nice. But I don't think I can really call this ciabatta bread. Okay, so what would I rate this? A 6 over 10. Yeah, a 6 over 10. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that and stay tuned to the end. Don't forget to give this a like. If you enjoyed it, leave me a comment, share some love. Hope you have a good week. Cheers.